I'm joined by manager Lee Lashenko. It's finished Bristol Manor Farm 3, Cribs 1. Lee, what a feeling, what a night.
Most definitely, yeah. These are proper football nights. Obviously, is from my side of it, I'm going to be delighted because we've enjoyed a good Bristol Manor Farm, especially first half performance. I felt we set out to start strong and start fast and start with a tempo, and the goals back that up. I think in the opening exchanges they had the better of it. I think Seth Locke's pulled off a great save at 0-0. I don't think you can forget that. You know, we knew we had to be bang at it. They're a good side and they're there for a reason. As I've maintained in the last couple of weeks and definitely in the few days leading up to this game, I've got full respect for their club and what Richard's achieving there, and fair play to them for doing that. And it was like a game where you had to be totally concentrating tonight. We know that they got a lot of strengths in terms of their delivery into the box, throw-ins, corners, free kicks. They always look to deliver, and that I think some people are disrespectful about different playing styles. I respect all playing styles. You set your side up how you want to set up, and when you come up against different styles to what you want to play like, you make sure that you're geared up for their strengths. And today, I felt that there's a few of our lads that definitely come of age today. But again, now we're still in the countdown, 7 games to go. Our concentrations will lead to Mousehole.
Definitely, and obviously the message was pretty clear in the week with our promotion of this match. No Rovers tomorrow, no City tomorrow. And obviously it was a club record attendance tonight, 504. The ground was absolutely bouncing and the supporters were absolutely magnificent tonight. What would you make of that one?
I said to the players before the game that the media team have been outstanding throughout this season, but in the last week and the last few days they've excelled. You've excelled, and we got a lot to thank you for, because I've said all the time, confidence is massive in anything you do in life. You know, you can, when you talk to people, how you talk to me. If you're confident in talking, you're good at it. If you can feed off of the supporters and the energy they're giving, that grows the players' confidence. And like I've said, the average age at the team is primarily quite a young one, and for them to experience occasions like tonight, that'll only stand them in good stead to move on, because we got players that are progressive. We know that we're enjoying the situation that we're in, but tonight it was unbelievable, and I really do we're thanking the Bristol City, the Bristol Rovers, and the supporters and everyone, any floating voter that's come along tonight. And I hope it won't be the first and only or the last time we see them between now and the end of this season and moving forward. Hopefully we can keep getting crowds growing, and we know this is a little bit abnormal, this size crowd, but if we can touch 300, 350 plus between now and the end of the season, I don't think they'll be disappointed in coming here.
Absolutely, and we obviously, you mentioned let Seth Locke save to obviously keep it a 0-0, and then those 3 quick fire goals, absolutely devastating. 2 for Jaden Nielsen, and of course George Kello against his old club.
Yeah, George is a clever football player, and it was an outstanding finish, and it was good. I'm pleased for George, because in the last couple of weeks he's come into games for me rather than starting games. Tonight he had his chance to start, as you say, against an old club, one that George I know has got full respect for, because when we signed him, I know he couldn't speak highly enough of Cribs and highly enough of Richard Luffman and what they've done for him. But obviously they also made it quite easy for us to sign him by the contact that we had with. So I think the way it conducted is quality and class, and obviously it wasn't like he had a point to prove, because I think he is a Cribs legend, but he's becoming a Manor Farm legend as well now, and with finishes like that, we love him dearly, and I love managing him. And then when you go on to Jaden Nielsen again, the lad's different level, mind you. I mean, he really is. I mean, I think he plays football like he's playing 5-a-side with his mates. He just loves the game, and at times you feel like you're going in a little bit hard on him with criticism, but I only do it because I want him to better himself more. And I know you got people around him, like his mum is always going to put Jaden on a pedestal, but performances like tonight, Jaden puts himself on a pedestal. We don't need, self-praise is no recommendation. He don't need to be told how good he is by certain people. He knows he's proven himself, and like I say, there's some big moments for Jaden between now and the end of this season. And I think the stage is set for him to really go and take his game to another level. With the games we've got coming at us, we'll need Jaden's A game like we saw tonight.
Absolutely, and obviously the second half, not really sure what happened, to be honest with you, but within sort of 30 or 40 seconds, Cribs pegged one back, and it was 3-1. But just a word on the game management and the professionalism from your players to see out the win without obviously scoring in the second half.
Definitely, like obviously you're always warning us that like, you don't want to rest on your laurels. That's why we rushed them off at half time, because I think and a couple of them got a bit of earful from me because they were enjoying the crowd at half time a little bit too much. You know what I mean? Like again, I can't have my cake and eat it. I want the crowd to show support, of course I do. But sometimes players have got to blank that out and get in and carry on with the job, because you don't get 1.5 points at half time. The game's 90 minutes long. So, and I think we were a little bit cold at the start of the second half, but again, let's not like that's Cribs' strength. They will like make that happen. They will make you have awkward moments, and at that time they capitalise on it. So, like I say, we were like from that, like we had a little roll, like we were a little bit edgy for a couple of moments, but then we got ourselves back on it. As you said, we managed the game again. We gained control, and I think we then looked like the side that might have gone and scored the fourth, and we played the game out. Without being disrespectful, quite comfortably come the finish.
Absolutely, and obviously we do want to touch on Malzol, but I'm sure you'll probably want to enjoy this one just for a few days. But slightly looking ahead to that Malzol match, what can we expect from that one? We know that they're a good side from the game that we had down here, but it's 4 wins in a row. Could we get a 5th?
Like you say, I think I like saying like I'm always praising up an opponent, but I'm very like I haven't like seen a bad team in this division this season. Like I've seen lots and lots of good quality and lots of good sides in it from the bottom of the table up to the top end. But Mouser, when they come here early in the season, they look the typical side that's been promoted. They look really fresh, and they look like their players are quality, and they play with a great tempo. And I enjoyed their performance. Yeah, I didn't like the fact that they scored a last minute winner. That was the damper of the night. But I enjoyed watching Mouser. And like I say, I'm going to like when the fixtures come out and they joined our division, I think a lot of clubs are saying, "Oh, is it a trip?" But sometimes that's what football's all about. So I think there's going to be a contingent going down Friday night next week. I think there's quite a few people like going to set off early Saturday morning and maybe stay the Saturday night down in that sort of area. And let's look forward to it. We're in a good place. We're going there with the season very much on, very much alive, very much a lot of excitement. So let's try and get as many people down there to support the lads, because we need those 3 points. There's 7 games to go in our season. We haven't got much margin for error. We know that we've dropped too many silly points already this season. We can't afford to drop too many more between now and the end of the season. But we're playing ourselves into a position where we can be the masters of our own destiny, and that's all you want going into the remaining games of the season, where you can take care of business without relying on other people to get you out of trouble. Let's deal with it ourselves.
Lee, a brilliant result. Well done, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.